Hello, family and friends of First Presbyterian. Here I am in this beautiful sanctuary surrounded by beautiful stained glass windows. This Sunday, I'm beginning a sermon series called Stories in Stained Glass. These sermons are based on the stories told in this beautiful stained glass windows in our sanctuary. You know, stained glass windows go back to the 7th century, though they were most popular in medieval times. The main purpose of stained glass windows in the church was for education. Most people were illiterate, and through the stained glass art, they learned the stories of our faith, the stories of the Bible. I think people still do. I remember as a child looking at the stained glass windows in my home church, especially when the worship was a little bit boring. They were beautiful, and I would try to figure out the story represented in the windows. Our stained glass windows tell some of the most wonderful stories of our faith, so I'm looking forward to exploring them with you. This week, we'll look at the baptism of Jesus window. The interesting thing about this story is that it is told in all 4 Gospels. Not every story makes the cut for all the Gospels. For example, the birth stories are only present in Matthew and Luke. So, when the baptism of Jesus story is told by all 4, that tells me this is a very important story for the Christian community. It came at a key time in the life of Jesus. It represents really the beginning of his ministry. He basically doesn't show up in the Gospels after the birth stories until now. His ministry starts with the baptism, and we learn about John the Baptist, another key figure in the Scriptures. After his baptism, he is tempted in the wilderness, just as Israel was tempted in the wilderness, but Jesus passes the test. And then we learn about the spiritual life of Jesus, his prayer life, and then his active ministry begins. This is an appropriate story to share as we have elders beginning their ministry, their term on the session. We will be installing and ordaining Lamar and Karen, Jim and Tracy. I'm so grateful that they answered their call and look forward to serving alongside them. Before I close, I do want you to know I'm well aware of the weather warnings and the potential for snow. As you know, we rarely call off worship in the snow. We do pay attention, though, to church closings, and if we decide to close the church, pay attention to those closings or go to Facebook for any updates. We'll try to get the word out to you. Now, I'm always grateful for the times we gather together and worship in person and love being with you and sharing fellowship with you. But when the weather turns bad, please be safe and plan to join us online if that's just best for you and your circumstance. I'm hoping the warmer Saturday will address any winter weather we may receive on Friday night. We will see. I hope to see you Sunday, if not sooner, but may the peace of Christ be with you.